Hello and welcome to the InFocus series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about ILO report on international migration. And this session is important for your GS2 as well as GS3 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about what did the ILO state, then we are going to discuss about the data related to age and gender, then we are going to discuss about the which economic sector attracts most international migrations, and then we are going to discuss about the which are the host countries. It means that which country had witnessed large number of migrants, and then practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIAS channel. Moving towards to the news part. So before moving to the news part, we have address for Drishti IAS Noida. So our new address is C171/2 Block A, Sector 15, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. And ISGS Foundation course is available in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. If you want to know more information about such classes, you can call on to the number 87501. In English medium, Karol Bagh 28 January class is going to start. So do check that. So coming to the discussion part. So before moving to any kind of discussion, first of all, we are going to discuss about that what is migration and what is international migration. So migration is simply means that one person or a group of people are moving from one place to another place in search of education, in search of livelihood or marriage or any kind of purpose they can have. And what is international migration? So international migration is that if a person, suppose that India is my native country and resident country, and if I am moving abroad just like Canada and United States, it means that suppose that I am moving for the job, I am moving for the education. In that case, it is called as international migration. So I am moving to what you can say Canada or United States for job or any kind of education. So I will be called as international migrant. So this is a simple definition of international migrants. Now here we'll discuss that International Labour Organization has released a report. So first of all, we'll discuss what is the name of that report and what that report contains. So the name of the report is Global Estimates on International Migrants Workers. So this particular report is released by International Labour Organization, and here IM is a short form of international migrant. So in the discussion, if I'll use the IM, so it is the international migrants. So coming to the first part of the discussion, which is that what did the ILO state? So here we have data released by the ILO, which talks about the age, which talks about the gender, which talks about that which country or which region has attracted most international migrants, what are the barriers we have in terms of the gender. So we are going to discuss all those points. So in 2022, IMs made up 4.7%, and if we'll see in the numbers, maybe in percentage it can show a very little number, 4.7, but if you'll see in the number is large. 167.7 million of the global labor force, defined as both employed and unemployed. But in the case of unemployed also, they are available for the job. It means that they were searching job, they are searching job, but the job is not, they are not getting job. So this is the thing. And over 30 million more than in 2013. So here we have taken account of around a decade. So here what we can see that the number has increased. So an estimated 155.6 million were employed and 12.1 million unemployed. So this is the current case, that out of 167, this is the current scenario. So here we'll come to the share of international migrants men in the total employment for males globally was estimated at 4.7%, and that of the international migrants women at 4.4%. So this is the thing. And we have also twist in this sector that between 2019 and 2022, the rate of growth dipped annually to less than 1%, influenced many other factors just like COVID-19 pandemic, the geopolitical war, and so many tensions are going around the world. So because of that, the percentage has dipped. So here we'll discuss more in terms of the age and gender. So if we'll discuss in terms of the gender first, a higher proportion in international migrants, males were employed, 61.3% out of the total 102.7 million, and only 38.7 female IMs were employed out of total 64.9 million in 2022. And here we'll also discuss why this difference. We can see the huge difference between international migrants males and international migrants females because of many barriers. The first is the patriarchal notion that if anybody, male are the bread earner of the society or bread earner of the family. So for the bread earning, the male has to migrate to another country. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that women are not exposed to different kind of job sector, education sector, and there is a lack of skill also because of the patriarchal tendency, because they are illiterate in comparison to male. They have less exposure in comparison to males. So that's why many times jobs are available, but women's skill are not matching to that job. So this is also one of the sector. So this is one of the thing, that's why we can see that female number is lower. If we'll discuss the age wise, so at 74.9%, which is 125.6 million prime age adult IM workers. And what is the prime age of adult, which is 25 to 54 years. And both men and women constituted the largest majority of IM workers in labor force. So what it shows that between 25 to 54 years of age group are migrating outside, both among males and females, and less than 1 out of the, what you can say, 10 IMs were below 25. So this is the thing. If we discuss about the percentage of age group of 15 to 24 years, so percentage is pretty low, which is 9.3%. And if we'll discuss about the person who is between the 55 to 64 years of, so it is 12.5%, and those who are above 65 years are 3.4%. So the lowest we can see who are above 65, which is 3.4%, and highest we can see the prime age adult group, which is 25 to 54 years. So this data is very much important. Now we'll discuss the other aspect of it, that which economic sector attract the most international migrants. So it is the service sector, which is the tertiary sector, attracted most international migrants. So the largest proportion of IM, 68.4%, were concentrated in the service sector, even higher than the non-migrants. And women has a good proportion here. It means that 80.7 as against the male 60.8 among their male counterparts. So what it shows that women, if women are migrating to other countries, so they are mostly migrated in the high profile of the jobs or a tertiary sector. And the corresponding figure for non-migrant women and men in the service industry were 59.4% and what you can say 46.3% respectively. So here we can see that male has a better proportion while female has a lower proportion in terms of non-migrant. Here we had discussed about the migrant. So this is the thing, and significantly the dominance of IMs in this sector has remained consistent over the decade, upward of 67% between 2013 and 2022. And in industry, the proportion of international migrants was 24.3% and that of the non-migrants 24.2%. So it is almost equal. In agriculture, IMs accounted for 7.4%, whereas the non-migrants were at a significantly higher share, 24.3%. So in agricultural, for the agricultural purpose, international migrants are moving what you can say in a very less amount, but non-migrants are contributing a lot to the agricultural sector. So this is the scenario. So what is the outcome of this particular slide? So here what we can see that women are more migrating for the service sector than the men. Also in agriculture sector, non-migrants are contributing a lot. So this is the thing. In industry sector, the data is almost similar. So here we'll discuss in terms of that which are the main host country or which region has attracted most number of the migrants. So high income countries observe the largest number of international migrants, accounting for 68.4%, and in numbers 114 million people in key sectors such as services, especially in the provision of care. At about quarter of this share, 17.4%, 29.2 million were distributed among upper middle income countries. So here what we can see that it is the upper what you can say high income country which attracts large number of migrants, because in the service sector also we can see that most of the migrations are happening in the service sector, and it is the high income country which provides huge number of services, so that's why we can see the larger proportion there. On the other hand, upper middle income countries are also attracting more number of the international migrants, and for an entire decade between 2013 and 2022, high income and upper middle income countries have consistently remained primary destination for international migrants, and it is the southern and western Europe in the year 2022 which has attracted around 23.3%, increasingly by less than 1% point after 2013. So it is the southern and what we can see western Europe had attracted most number of the international migrants. So this is a very important question for your examination. If you see the data related to Northern America, on the other hand, the share of international migrant in the labor force in 2020 was 22.6%, a more than 1% point decrease over the same decade, and Arab states had also attracted 13.3% of international migrants in 2022. So here we can see that southern and western Europe has attracted more. After that we have Northern America, and we have also Arab state which has attracted most number of the international migrants, and a combination of aging population, growing demand in the care economy. So here we can see that women are also migrating. So first they are migrating in the services sector, and also care economy is rising, and it has been traditionally attributed that, and it has been traditionally made that women are very good in the care economy, so that's why their demand is higher there. So this is about the overall data related to the age, gender, reason, and here we can see there is an important input from all these discussion that it is the female who are migrating less because of the various social barriers. So all the respective countries must work on to this particular direction. And also we have highlighted an important point, because India has become a part of 4 most important countries which has attracted largest number of remittances. So here what we can see that we have a major chunk which is coming from the other countries as a part of remittances. So recently we had also discussed that how remittances are important part of an economy, and for many countries it contributes a lot for their GDPs. So we have to also take care of that, how remittances are playing an important part in the development of an economy. Now we'll come to the question part. Which sector employs the largest proportion of international migrants globally? Agriculture, manufacturing, services, construction. So this is very easy one. You have to answer this into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section, and do prepare a mains question for your mains examination, that what would be the government's idea or what would be the international organizations take on the what you can say international migrants related to the women, how we can think about the women's social barrier and how social barriers are affecting the international migrants for women. So this is the mixed kind of question. I have given you an aggregate idea that how to prepare your question for this, and then you have to make a question and then you have to practice at your home. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.